Morning, welcome to Morning Outlook. This is Kim speaking on Thursday, the 23rd of January. So, let's have a look at some news events that might affect our trading this morning or today. We don't have a great deal here. We've still got the World Economic Forum continuing. Canadian, we've got the retail sales coming out there at 1:30. They're not big movers in normal circumstances, even that big anyway. Unemployment claims, that's just a normal weekly figure. We're passing on farm, so that doesn't have as much weighting as it's shown on here. President Trump speaks now. God knows where that's going to go then, due to a speak at the World Economic Forum. Goodness knows. I think I might just get out of everything at that stage. But you know he's just going to be promoting America first, and that's it. So he'll probably be suggesting everyone else knows to get themselves sorted out, and that's it. So anyway, good luck on that one. So that's at 4 o'clock. And then that's it. And then tomorrow, because we won't catch you before then, we've got the Bank of Japan coming out first thing in the morning, or early morning there. Right. That's it on the news front. Let's have a look at the charts then. We've got the Euro US dollar. This is looking a bit soft at the moment. As expected yesterday, I was looking at this and thinking, oh, it could be a long there. And I looked, and there's just resistance so close to where we were sitting. And sometimes it looks long, but and that was the case. I just left it alone, and I'm glad I did. I don't think it went much further. It just broke through its R2 a little bit there, so it hit its R2. And has rolled over since then. There you go. It came short of even hitting its daily R1. So an inside day there really. Today, well, it does look soft. I know some of you will be looking at this head and shouldery pattern that sort of sits there and looking at it, and fair dues. At this stage, I would just hold fire and just wait for a little while. I'm not overly convinced that it's time to go quite yet, so I would give it at least an hour or so and see. I quite like it from the daily picture, but it really needs to break yesterday's lows a little bit more. Maybe I need to see it close on a daily basis below yesterday's low, and then it becomes more of a swing, and that could be what I'm looking for. Right. The pound, same sort of price action yesterday. There we go. So came off yesterday, coming off at the moment. Now the pound, we know, has been probably one of the weaker currencies across the board. It's again, it's got the same sort of pattern as the euro there. It's soft looking at the moment, just catching a bit of bid short term, just coming up a fraction, or holding its own. Maybe as I said yesterday, I'll go back through these about 8:30, 8:40 when I get back from the school run, and then I'll make a decision. I don't take it too early because, well, I'll show you why in a moment. It's just so unreliable, this first bit of the price action. Talking about unreliable is the Japanese yen. It looks like it's going to stop me out on my short, that 50 MA holding up too well. And yesterday, whilst things were getting stronger, it was getting weaker. It's not too convincing. Now we've got the Bank of Japan meeting tomorrow. I'm not going to close this off. It looks like it's going to hit the stop. Well, it might as well take the full 1%, hadn't it? We'll see what it does, but it would be good if it still fell through. The worst thing ever is closing it off early because you think, well, it's going to hit the stop, and then it just literally rolls back. But in the back of my mind, I do wonder if the Bank of Japan won't actually increase the rates as they suggest they might, or it's forecast, and they might just leave things. They'll talk themselves into leaving things as they are. Now, if they do increase the rates, I expect a bit of a move down at least. Sorry, I just had a sneeze. Didn't want to share that with you. Right, anyway, we'll see how that's going. There's no new trade in that. I'm not looking to do anything with the yen at the moment at all, particularly now the risk is sitting there. Aussie dollar, similar to the euro dollar. Not a great deal. It's still finding resistance down the side of its monthly pivot here at the moment, and looking softish. Now, again, it's taken out the previous previous days, Monday's highs here yesterday, and now if I was this looks slightly different to the euro, and if I saw things moving, this might be the one that actually pushes to the upside. The euro's about to change course a little, it looks like a little bit, and this maybe she's shown its hand beforehand, but I need to see where this takes me in the next hour or so. But it could look like it's not finished the upside yet. US dollar CAD, well, the CAD is strengthening a little here. It never really it lost a bit of ground yesterday, but then once it lost it, it just held on a bit, and it's been holding on through today, just not really going anywhere too much. And even this, it's looking like it could be the dollar weakening here as well, potentially weakening here, and maybe we'll get a move down to the daily pivot and beyond, maybe beyond. It's a bit in between though, certainly. Now, when you've got markets that are a bit in between, best thing is wait until they're not so in between and trade them when they start showing their hands a bit clearer. The thing will, again, this is very similar to the euro, the Aussie, etc. In terms of coming to the underside of its monthly pivot, it hasn't actually hit the underneath of the pivot here. If this does break or go up there, push up there, it still has the pivot to contend with, but also the 50 MA just above there. Again, the New Zealand dollar a lot of the time suffers, and has really been suffering against the dollar, as you can see from September last year. Anyway, we'll see what it does here at the moment. If on all of these markets it's trying to grind out some sort of bottom, you've always got the likes of me just saying, well, actually it's still in a downward trend, and would still prefer to short it than go long on it. And that's a good thing, because it's not right to go long on it until it's actually shown its hand clearer. Okay, so that's that. Now yesterday I looked at the euro yen, and I'll show you in a minute, but it was looking good for the upside, and it did end up going upside, but from my early trigger, I'll show you on the alleys here, the early trigger, it, as I said, keep out of it for the first 15 minutes. If it triggers in the first 15 minutes where it triggered, it would have gone back down there and stopped the trade. So that's why I don't trade at that point. It did get a bit more bullish later on, and it did go up to the highs there, but my stop would have been below the lows there, or it's actually slightly more aggressive than that in my strategy. So that's why I don't trade it early, but it has pushed up there. If we're looking for something, maybe counter yen, not too sure if this is going to be a failed high now. We've broken lows there, maybe. We'll see how this sets up. It could set something up this morning for the upside. I just need something a bit more positive than what we're seeing at the moment. Right, one we were looking at yesterday in the trading room, and I just didn't take in the end, was the Canadian yen. This was looking, I actually put this little arrow on last week, and it's quite funny. A few of us have drawn the same trend line across the lows here, and I was just originally I was thinking, well, if this came, bearing in mind the size of these bars last week we were seeing on the dailies here, I thought, well, if it comes down this week and breaks these bars, I'll be interested. Then I saw it yesterday, and I looked at this bit of price action that we were seeing here, and it looked like a potential short. Now all I said really was I wanted to close on the hourlies below the 50. Never really happened. You see, it was dilly-dallying too long, and I gave up. I actually put it on the system here. I gave up before this bar had finished, and well, you can see what happened. It really isn't looking like it's going to roll yet, but it might come good yet. He says. We'll see. The Canadian dollar is just holding steady, and the euros, sorry, at the moment, and the yen is still holding up. Perhaps I should be on the long side of it, but as I say, not from here. It wasn't really the original plan, but maybe it's starting to develop within this triangle. Right, okay, thought I'd share that with you anyway. We're moving on then to gold. Where are you, gold? It's off a little bit this morning fractionally, but yesterday went off there. It's chasing its previous highs here. As I keep on saying, it's not time to short gold. It's time to look for the opportunities. Coming off a little bit at the moment, it has just run into its daily R2. You can see there's a lot of pivots here. It's also a quarterly R1 it's run into, so it's run into some resistance points, a bit of confluence of the two. However, it still looks very positive in the price action, which always is the most important thing. This might come good again today, maybe opportunities to get into at some point later. Western Texas, the oil trade is still running on this. It's seems like one of those that's taken a long time, and I don't care really, and I don't expect it to be as I said when I took it, I don't expect this to be a quick move down. I just need Trump to keep it. I'll give him a ring later and tell him to make sure he tells them to pump even more oil. It's quite funny actually. There's me with my thoughts in terms of what might happen there, and I then heard it on the TV, but then someone had very well thought out said, but what happens if the producers don't want to sell it cheaper? They don't want to pump anymore. There's a question, eh? Anyway, for now it's moving in the right direction-ish. Well, not quite now, but had been. So this just gets left alone. It's in a good downward trend, and that's all that really matters. I will adjust this this trend line a little bit. There we go. Only because it's a significant lower high now, as we've taken out the lows over here. Right, and we're finding a bit of support on the lower time frames, as you can see, just running into its S1 at the moment. Ideally, as it's touched the S1, it will carry on through to the S2 later, but that's in an ideal world. Let's not be second guessing it. It's just leave it to run, but it's running in the right direction. Right, that's that. Yesterday, S&Ps. Whoa, that's the Dow. Let's get the S&Ps. There we go. So the S&P, now it's flicking backwards and forwards for me. Yeah. Anyway, the S&Ps. So what did it do? Did it make all the all-time highs? What a surprise. Not at all shocked here at all. As I said, equity markets will be liking most things here. This little retrace might give opportunities, just like gold, might just give opportunities on the long side at some stage. Just need to wait see on that, but that's looking. I'll be waiting for the break of the trend line really coming off there. The selling points here are very, very slow, very small candles. The buying points, if you look at it, and it's probably best to wait until tomorrow afternoon, this afternoon. They're much more positive in terms of the bigger bars. So we want to be trading on the side of the bigger bars. Not heard that one before. Okay, looking at other markets, well, the Nasdaq's off a bit this morning as well. So AI took the benefit yesterday there. Anyway, coming off at the moment, so just worth waiting to see what happens. It's effectively putting a little lower high in on all this at the moment. So just looking at bit soft. Patience is needed. Trend lines are needed. Look for the breaks on the upside. FTSE, well, the FTSE can't wait. It's impatient. It's trying to go now. So FTSE's new all-time high world pipped in there yesterday. It is running into its R2, so finding a bit of resistance here, and the quarterly R2 as well up there. So, but it is looking like it's trying to push up there. The other markets aren't going with it at the moment, so I just tread carefully, and it is running it quite into some resistance here, but looking all right, and it is 1 minute past 8, so cash markets open. The DAX, same look. So all equity markets, long equity markets, is the answer. Just getting in at the right time. This is having a little retrace at the moment here. This is what I'm suspicious of the pound doing. Might just pull back a little bit with like the others, but it's not at the moment. Still trying to push up the pound. I'm watching it on just watching the price change there. Up 0.31% at the moment, the pound. Anyway, up 1% a day would be quite nice, wouldn't it? 365% a year. Okay, we don't trade that many, about 320% a year. Right, anyway, that's it for me. I wish you a great day's trading. I'll catch you YouTubers in the morrow. Take care.